Here in Milwaukee County's South Shore Park, it's not unusual to see folks walking a dog. And if your dog has a lot of energy, you might want to kick up the workout a notch and try Canicross. It's a hybrid sport that combines cross-country running with exercising a dog. It started in Europe as a stand-in for dog sled racing when there wasn't any snow, and now it's taking off here in Wisconsin, as Tracy Newman discovered at a Canicross race in Petrifying Springs Park in Kenosha.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Have fun. That's so beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, good morning, everybody. If you're here for the Canicross, why don't you sneak on over here?
I've seen these events for a while and I've always wanted to try them. I've got a dog with a lot of energy here, so I think this is something he would really like. And I like running, so I thought we'd try it.
It's about the 1.5, 1.6 mile mark. There's an aid station there, unmanned, and there's a dog dish there as well.
Well, you know, the dogs are pretty focused at the beginning of the race. I can probably not yell loud enough over the barking of the dogs. And it's not like they're trying to go after each other. I think one is they're anxious to get going. One, I like to always say they're talking trash to each other, you know, or they're just yelling at me. There's obviously beforehand, there's a lot of dog sniffing and all that other kind of stuff.
Are you guys all ready? Dogs to your mark. Go.
A couple of years ago, someone from Chicago asked us about holding Canicross events, and honestly, I'd never heard of what Canicross events were, but our trail events were dog friendly. I said, okay, we'll try one. A couple months later, we had one. We had about 20-some people show up. I said, okay, that's enough for me to start including that in our events. So we start all of our trail events now from September through April with a Canicross event, and then 10 minutes later, we start our regular trail run walk event. People with the dogs can typically run faster. It's just easier for them to maneuver and get stretched out and get about a mile ahead of everybody or a little bit farther. We've got some runners in the past that have run under 6-minute mile pace for 4 to 6 miles with their dogs. So we let them get out there and just get going. Actually, Canicross is relatively new to the U.S. It's been in Europe for a long time. It's an offshoot of dog sledding and dog mushing. Based on the size of your dog, there's different types of harnesses, and based on the length of your dog, there's either a half a harness or a full harness. So there's a little flexibility. Yeah, some of them are preset in size, some are adjustable. Sometimes you get a dog that's really barrel-chested but really narrow in the back, so you need a different type of harness for that. And then the lead between the dog and the runner can be anywhere between 2 and 2.8 meters. There is some international standards if you're real competitive, but it generally has a bungee effect to it. So if all of a sudden your dog takes off, sees a squirrel or whatever it might be, you don't get jerked along with it, so you have a little bit of reaction time. And then generally the runners have a belt. It doesn't go just around your waist, it goes through your legs, so you get pulled around your hips. And then there'll be a quick release on there, so if something happens, a dog gets tangled up or something, you don't want to fall down with the dog, you can pull it off quickly. I think the most prominent dog, if you're a real serious racer, is some breed of a German Shorthair.
I have been a runner since the 1970s, so he will be my little running buddy. But he's, like I say, he's only 4 months, so he really isn't, you know, where he can do too much yet. But we're going to go out and have fun and just get around the course. As he gets older, I'm sure he'll be pretty competitive.
She's doing right now on average about a 7:16 minute for the 6 miles. She's pretty fast. But the biggest difference for me when running with her, I enjoy it more. And I've always loved running. I love running. But running with Kate, it's so much more enjoyable.
Most of our events, people have all kinds of dogs. From a result of our trail events, people seeing running with dogs, we've actually had more people go and get rescue dogs and then start doing our events because they just like the idea of running with their dog. They don't necessarily want to be competitive in that regard.
I decided I really enjoy trail running much better than regular road runs, just because it's much more primal. It's easier on my body. I like the soft terrain instead of hard road, and I just love the challenge of it, of climbing up the rocks, and it's just such a much more varied environment. It's a lot of fun to do. So then last year we adopted Perrin, and he became my running buddy.
Going. We gotta finish. Come on. Oh. Come on, go. Come on. Keep going.
We have to actually finish.
3:04, two-loop dog. All right.
Nay, are you happy?
Two-loop. Come on, Maria. All right. Oh, I'm attached. Oh, you're good. You got it? Okay. Okay. Done. Good job, Bella. Good job.
It's like being strapped to a bottle rocket for the first mile. Then we're equals, and then I drag her for the last part of it.
It's a lot different than I thought it was going to be, but she killed it.
All right. 3:36. 3:35. Dog, one loop.
We draw people from, honestly, all over the country. We've had people from Canada come, and Georgia and New York and stuff like that. So it's fun for me to see people come and enjoy it as well.
It was fun, yeah. So we'll see you at the next one. For
Yeah,
sure.
see you later.
Yeah.